Hello and welcome back to Love and Romance Tarot Readings. I am super excited for today's pick a card. Today we're going to tap into your next serious commitment. We're going to see with who will that be, how it will go, their love offer, and how the relationship will come together. We'll get all of those details. So that is our topic. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. Other than that, you can go ahead and pause the video if you need more time with the piles. You can always pick more than one pile for all of my readings as well. For group 1, we have the blue stone. And we'll be using the Tarot of the Divine. For group 2, we have the purplish brown stone here. And we'll be using the Revival Art Tarot. For group 3, we have the white stone. And we'll be using the Pythia Tarot. And for group 4, we have the Yellowstone. And we will be using the Rider-Waite for group 4. So go ahead, pause the video if you still need more time to decide, and we're just going to jump right into it. All right, if you chose group 1 with the blue stone and the Tarot of the Divine, this is your reading. Tapping in to see your next serious commitment offer. Who is this coming from? How it will go? What exactly are they offering? Details on the relationship. We'll get all that, Spirit, for group 1 with the blue stone. Please show us their next serious commitment. How is this coming together? Who is this with? Ooh, so I'm getting a lot of info on how this is coming together. Oh my goodness. And I can just already tell group 1, it seems like you are my group that does the work, if you know what I mean. It seems like you've been really working on yourself, and this could be mind, body, and soul, or soul, either of, but Spirit recognizes how much you've been working to really align yourself with what you really want. We have this semi-sextile with allowing. It says, encourages, sees the potential in, gives hope to, compensates, heavy on the compensation because you've been putting in that work, okay? Responds, cycles, grows, realizes, and rewards. So I feel like you guys have really been sowing those seeds, and you've been setting your intention and aligning yourself with that. Maybe even closing some doors, no matter how hard it's been. Closing some doors on some connections that didn't seem to be able to offer you what it is that you want. And the semi-sextile is all about things moving in a harmonious kind of way, working together, allowing the universe to help you. That's actually the main word on the semi-sextile, is allowing. So I see that you're at this point in your journey, group 1, where all you have to do is let this quite literally manifest. I feel like anything that was on your part to do has already pretty much been done at this point. We have Saturn here with wisdom. It says discipline, structure, time, responsibility, tests. So you've already been through all of that. So in terms of like, how is this manifesting? This is coming straight to you. I'm not feeling or seeing anything that you're being called to do at this time. It says difficulty, restraint, grounding, practicality, self-control. And I was feeling that even like with the semi-sextile, where it's like you maybe have even had to close the door because it's hard, like before you have your person come in, or someone you really feel like drawn to, attracted to, like you want to commit to. It's hard to say no to other options when people are there, when people are available, especially in today's day, where it's like there's so many people available. You can get on an app and you can have a date by tonight. So you guys have had a lot of restraint and closed some doors. You passed your tests and now it's time to move forward. So we got the fifth house with passion here. The fifth house does rule love affairs, play, having fun, and whatnot. So this could be a liaison. This could be a whirlwind kind of romance that just kind of grabs you and pulls you in. But the fifth house can also be about you exploring your passion. So I would say, if anything, you will likely meet your next serious commitment offer as you're pursuing your passions. It says performance, entertainment, creativity, costume, play, love affairs, joy, pleasure, parties, children, humor, romance, disco ball. There's all of the words that describe the fifth house. So just like a disco ball, it's reflective, it's shiny, it's fun. I see you having a lot more fun moving forward, and I see you having a lot of fun with this person. I'm also seeing a really good balance between play and party. Like this person, you can fully trust them, so you have the ability to go out and play and have fun and, you know, do a little partying, even if that's not usually like you, not usually something you do. You can do that here with this person because you know you're going to get home safely, because you know everything's going to be fine, because you know they have your best interest at heart. So this is definitely someone you can really trust. Yeah, love affairs is really sticking out to me. So I wonder if you guys have a bit of a secret romance to some degree, at least in the beginning. Like say you guys work together or something like that, keeping things under wraps so everybody isn't all in your business. We got Gemini, the butterfly. So you can look up or you can look for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising placements, Venus placement as well. It says curious, communicative, versatile, flexible, variety-seeking, social, collaborative, brilliant, perceptive, connected, vocal, adaptive, street smart, studious, mobile, superficial, restless, and fidgety. So this person is an intellectual for sure. They're street smart as well. They like to have fun, and they like a little bit of chaos, like organized chaos, not too crazy. But they also don't like things to be stagnant or boring. This person likes to have fun, and you can have fun with them. Yeah, we have enjoying the moment. So I wonder, I also feel for a small portion of you, maybe just a few of you, that you may be older or more mature. There's definitely an energy here of, okay, I've already had relationships, or for like one or two of you, I've already been married before. I've had a long-term relationship or multiple long-term relationships, so I'm not rushing to the altar either. I'm not rushing to the finish line. I want to really get to know you, and I also don't want to skip past the fun part, the dating phase. I don't want to lose all of that. So there's an energy here for sure of you enjoying yourself, enjoying the moment with this person, and having a lot of fun, having a good time. You guys may have like a list of things that you want to do once you get in a relationship. And I know they say not to do that, but I mean, some people do. It is what it is. You may have one of those lists where it's like, okay, some things you really just can't do by yourself, or the vibe isn't going to be like right if you just do it yourself, you know, without anyone else there. So I see you guys doing a lot of dating. Spirit keeps showing me like a pumpkin patch. Like maybe you've never gotten to go on a cute date to an apple orchard or something like that. Nice. We have official date here, so maybe for a few of you, you've never technically had an official date, or it's been a while since you've had an official date. A lot of people are, I don't know what's up with that, but just avoiding, you know, the official dates and whatnot. People are straying away from that kind of traditional style of dating, which I feel like is so necessary to really get to know someone, you know? You can't, I feel like you kind of set yourself up for failure when you don't at least like really date, because then it's like, do you know what's going on? Do I know what's going on? What's going on? Everyone's confused. We don't really know what this is. I feel like that's the root of situationships. People try to be too cool about everything, and then it's just like, okay, we actually haven't built a solid foundation, so it's like, we're in a situationship now. Anyways, we have the official date card, so I do see you guys dating. We have figuring you out. They are so interested in you. They find you so, I just heard puzzling, but they find you to be kind of like an enigma. Like you may have a really serious side of yourself, but also this like super playful, fun side. And it's kind of unexpected. So this person, they're just kind of unlocking you, getting to know you, really taking their time with that process. And they're very interested. They like what they see. Like you're making their brain kind of tick, you know, you're just doing it for them. And then we have opposites attract here. So you guys could be opposites like on the zodiac wheel, opposite elements as well. You guys could live two different kinds of lifestyles, especially if you have more of a serious kind of lifestyle. This is really going to be like a book or like a movie. Like this person, I just see them taking you out of body. It's like you don't have to think when you're with them. You don't have to be in control when you're with them. You just have to show up and you know that you're going to do something fun. So maybe that's why you're just enjoying the moment, because in the beginning you're not taking them too seriously. But we also have meant to be here and talking every day. So I see them really growing on you and vice versa. I see you guys growing on each other. You're talking every day. That really good consistent communication feels good to be able to hit this person up and not have to worry if you're being a bother and not having to worry like, oh my gosh, double texting. I'm like, what even is that? That's so annoying. Anybody, I don't know why it's so triggering to me, but like, in my opinion, there's no such thing as double texting. Like who just decided that you can't send 2 texts in a row? Are y'all that scared out here? Like really? I'm sorry, double texting is not a thing. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. I won't have it. It's just my personal thing. Like, it's just so annoying. But you feel like you can, you know, talk to this person as much as you want, basically, you know? And that's how it's supposed to be. You shouldn't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I seem too excited. What? When you like someone and they like you, excitement is good. I think it's a red flag if you can't be excited about someone. But we have stepping stones. So I feel like you guys have really done the work, and stepping stone is usually talking about like a person though, or a connection that gets you where you're supposed to be. So maybe you guys have had a connection in the recent past. I was feeling that a little bit for some of you, because it's like when this relationship starts, it's like, okay, I just want to have fun, and it's, you know, whatever, and not have fun in the sense that, oh, I'm casually dating, but you're just not taking things too seriously in your head. You're not like going super far into the future and deciding like, oh, this is my future wife, my future husband. You're just, you know, being chill and keeping it cool kind of thing. So maybe, you know, especially with Saturn, that energy of all these tests coming up before, maybe you had just gotten out of a serious relationship and that person you're finding out was a stepping stone. Something I can say about this connection is it genuinely feels so right. It feels so right. So I feel like it'll be kind of difficult to see the contrast and the difference of when you're with someone who's like really tapped into your heart chakra and someone who's like just ever so slightly off. But overall, this will feel like a reward. Let me set some intention first. All right, Spirit. So what is their love offer? I am curious about that. What is their love offer? What will this turn out to be? You guys may be a little bit jaded or a little reluctant, untrusting of people. After something that has happened, you may kind of be in the headspace of, I don't put anything past anyone, because we got Justice in reverse and the 8 of Wands in reverse. So you're really keen on taking things slow. We got the 7 of Swords, which can be a betrayal as well. It could also be self-sabotage. So maybe you don't trust yourself to like pick the right people, if that's ever been a problem. Wow, 8 of Swords. There's a lot of fear here. And it's like, okay, 6 of Coins. That's a blessing from the universe. Definitely someone of value sent to you by Spirit. Ace of Swords. With the Judgment card here. Okay, so there will be an opportunity for you guys to take things to the next level for sure. I mean, this is your next serious commitment. This person is serious about you. They seem to be in a fun energy, having no problem with taking things slowly with you. But this almost feels like a test. I mean, we do have judgment here, which is a call to action. Judgment is when spirit kind of calls you to your appointment and it's time to make your decision, like, okay, which direction are you moving in? What are you going to do? So this is a big opportunity. I would definitely say this is something that came into your life and it's not just a coincidence, very much so intentional. I would even say that spirit led you to this person or vice versa with judgment coming up. But I'm seeing some resistance. So I think it's fine to take things slow. Yeah. And like you'll know, your intuition knows, it always knows. I think a good way to tell is like, okay, am I projecting ideas onto them? Am I projecting ideas onto this person? And is that why I like them? Because of what I kind of tell myself about them? Or when I think about this person, can I think of like these very specific scenarios that would support how I feel? Like if you're someone who's truly indecisive and you have a hard time like trusting your intuition, I think that's a good rule of thumb. Like, okay, am I using my own assumptions and ideas about them, or am I using like real life stuff that has happened between me and them, things that they have directly said without hesitation, without being coerced, or things that they've initiated, like have they initiated, gone out of their way to tell me XYZ? I feel like that's really going to let you know whether or not you're dealing with this person, because there's a lot of reluctance and almost like mistrust on your end that you have for yourself, likely because of Seven of Swords, a betrayal, or maybe Eight of Swords, even the situation or the position that you're in. If you've been like an unlucky person or someone who just hasn't had that kind of Cinderella story, I could totally get how that would be hard to believe that all of a sudden things are turning that way now. So I would just use that as a rubric, like, okay, am I using things that have specifically happened, things that they have specifically said, things that they have initiated? When I speak to them, have they been clear about what they want? Have they sounded sure about me? Or am I kind of like, using little bits of, the way that they said something or this or that, you can just kind of tell. We have Justice in reverse and the Eight of Wands reverse. Like I said, I think that's totally fine. That's all about taking things slow because of Justice in reverse, something that has happened. Maybe this took a long time coming as well. Like maybe there was a delay, and that could be where the trust issue is, because we do have the Nine of Coins reversed. So there's a energy here of feeling like you're not ready, either because of that past connection that you've gotten out of, or feeling like this came too soon or too late. There may be like a little bit of mistrust about the timing of it all. But we got the Six of Coins and the Ace of Swords, so that's a blessing from the universe for sure. Communication will also be big between you and this person. That'll be a really good way that you'll be able to tell, like, okay, is this the person that is really going to be good to me or not? Knight of Swords, as I cut the deck, like an energy of moving forward, also good communication. And they'll be taking action towards you. So it's like when you need something, they show up to help you. When you tell them like, hey, this is what I'm going through, they're supportive of you. That'll be a good rule of thumb. Let's see what Spirit has to tell you. Spirit, what do they need to know? We have Joan of Arc, the Warrior of Light, and I actually just saw like a video that came up on my and the reels or whatever it is. I can't even keep up nowadays, but it was on IG. And it was this guy talking about like, okay, you want to be a light worker. When you are the light, just know that if you're the light, that means you get used for the dark. Light is not used for light. And he said, like, you know, we don't turn our porch lights on when it's the middle of the day because we already have light around. Light is used in the dark. So we have Joan of Arc, the warrior of light, that has just come out for you. And it says, I have a steel-like faith in myself. The angels armor me with conviction. So I definitely feel like you guys have been serving a purpose. This feels like the light worker. This feels like the spiritual guru, the high priestess. We actually got that came out for you. The high priestess. And it's like, it feels like I'm speaking to the high priestess, the oracle, the one that has always had this higher knowledge, the one that's wise beyond their years, that has done the work. I felt that way from the beginning of your spread. And you're finally getting, like, you're finally receiving. So it's like, is this deceit? Is this a trick? Because it's almost like this isn't the role I play. I'm used to being the light worker. I'm used to, you know, being the one that's always, you know, taking care of things in that way. I'm not used to this position. The high priestess says, I am one with my soul, and my soul is a legacy of love. So I feel like you've had to give people tough love. And I feel like you have had to be the one that taught a lot of souls on this earth their lessons in the workplace and friendships and school and romantic relationships. And it's finally your moment to receive. So there's a little bit of doubt or fear, but push through, light worker, push through. We have Saraswati, the goddess of self-knowledge. It says, the essence of who I am flows effortlessly into everything I create. So I also feel like maybe even a little bit of an energy of you being called to share your story or to help other people. I feel like that would be a good channel for you so that you can still feel like, okay, I'm serving my purpose. And then you can also allow yourself to just experience love and be loved. Yep, it's all about stepping into your feminine energy. We have yin here, which is the feminine polarity of yang. And then between worlds, under that, we got the peace card. So you're definitely in the middle of a transition here. You're between worlds. You're going from being the light worker, being the teacher, being the enforcer, I just heard, into yin, stepping into your feminine energy, allowing yourself to receive. We have all that glitters here as well. So you know the truth of people, which I feel like only plays into the whole jaded thing where it's like, okay, I don't have these big, you know, I don't do the magical thinking as much anymore. So sounds good, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. And I think that's okay. Allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to see it, allow yourself to experience it, but don't get in your own way. That's what I have for you, Group 1. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose Group 2 with the purplish brownstone and the Revival Art Tarot, this is your reading. Tapping in, we're going to see your next serious commitment. We'll see how it will go, what they're like, how you'll meet Spirit for Group 2 with the purplish brownstone. Please show us for Group 2. Who is this person? How will they meet? How will this come about for Group 2? Okay. So it's looking like for some of you, you're meeting this person during some sort of like exploration. I also just heard retrograde. You can actually meet this person during a retrograde. And I know some people are scared of that, but that's the thing. Everybody has their own personal timeline, and beyond like what the planets are doing solitarily, you want to look at how the planets are activating your personal astrology chart. That will always supersede the collective energy, your personal energy. So anywho, let's see. We got the 9th house, With seeking, it says foreign travel, adventure, higher education. So you could be meeting this person as you're taking a class, as you're studying language, even as you're studying language like online. There's so many like websites and apps and whatnot where you can go on there and you can speak with people like from countries that speak that language that you're looking into. So it says higher education on there. Foreign travel, you can meet this person as you're traveling to a new culture or trying the food of another culture. You can meet this person at your local Thai spot. So just be open to see how it goes. It says faith and beliefs, pilgrimages as well. So for those of you who have been really called back to the homeland, wherever you're from, you can meet your future bae there for sure, for sure. Faith and beliefs would be more about like your spiritual journey, religious journey. So if you've been called on a spiritual journey, I would definitely lean into that because that is leading you to your boo. It says spiritual quests, aspirations, journalism. So you could just be looking for more to life. Like, okay, is there more than what I've experienced now? You may be on like a little side quest here. It says religion, gurus, and risk-taking. Risk-taking. So this could be something that comes up really last minute, and it feels like a risk. It could be very unlike you, especially if you're not the kind of person that typically does that kind of thing. If you don't, go travel on a whim, or you're not really the exploration type. You know what? I think a little exploration would do you some good. We got Mercury here, the planet of communication. Mercury is also like very crown chakra based, very brain based. So this could be an idea that just pops into your head. This could even be a spiritual download. And again, it could feel very kind of out of the blue. It says words, thoughts, analysis, information, learning, trades, ideas, awareness, perception, curiosity, muse, and wonder. So I see you guys kind of looking for a zest for life. And that's how I see you meeting this person. You can meet this person on your first solo travel or on your first travel to another country that you've never been to. We have the semi-sextile with allowing. So I kind of feel like Spirit has been getting you ready for this. I feel like Spirit has been preparing you to surrender. There may have been some situations like in the past year or the past few years where you've really had to surrender, and this will be a reflection of that as well. It says, sees the potential in, encourages, compensates. Ooh, interesting. So I wonder if this is somehow related to something you've already invested in. It says cycles, growth, and rewards. So yeah, you guys, especially if you're in one of those years, you can look up like your numerology year. I want to say, no, I don't want to butcher it. I would just look it up online, how to see what number year you're in. I want to say you just add up all the years of your birthday. So the first 2 digits, second 2 digits, and then the last 4 digits, but it may be more to it than that. So listen, just look it up. You can do it in like literally less than 10 seconds, but I don't want to get it wrong. And then it's like you're thinking you're in a 1 year or a 9 year, which would be really synchronistic with like new beginnings and whatnot. And then you're like actually in a 7. So I would just look it up, like how to see the numerological year you're in. But we have the sun here with being. It says essence, energy, self-awareness, life force, spirit, creativity, your masculinity, your ego, individuality, solitude, expression, self-sufficiency, your shine, your heartbeat, and the father. So I feel like you're kind of refathering yourself by choosing the way that your life is going to go. It's giving strong movie energy. It's giving strong main character energy. I don't watch a whole lot of like, I don't know, I don't have an acquired taste, but I like more fantasy movies. I like adventure and action movies. So I don't know any movies off the top of my head, but it feels like one of those coming of age movies where the girl or the guy travels to this foreign country, has all this crazy experiences, meets the love of their life, and then da 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 da. Like it feels like one of those movies, but I do not like romance movies. Is anyone with me on that, or are you guys into it? It's just actually too much for me. Ironically, as I have a romance channel. That's so funny. But yeah, let's keep going. Okay, so Spirit, tell us more about this person. We actually didn't get any placements about this person. I expected to from the Astro deck. We did not get any of their placements. So Spirit, tell us more about this connection, about this person. Look at them. At the back of this card, you got all the air balloons. I want to say that's Turkey. That has the notorious, you know, air balloon, all those air balloon pictures and whatnot and excursions that you can do. We have getting to know each other. Listen, group 2, you may be called a turkey, okay? Your first date with this person, y'all may go on a hot air balloon. I see you guys getting to know each other. It feels very romantic. It feels very vibey. Again, it's giving like strong travel energy, strong foreign culture energy. You guys get along really well with each other. We have the banter card here, so it's like you can bounce off of each other, and this person gets your humor. They don't take everything, you know, too seriously. They just get it. It doesn't feel like you have to walk on eggshells with this person and you can't really joke with them. It's like you guys have really good banter, really good conversation. And you're spending a lot of time genuinely getting to know each other, genuinely taking your time and like learning of each other. It feels like they want to know every detail about you and they're really interested. And I just heard different than back home. So it's like this person, they give a strong vibe of not being from the same place. And if you are from an area where people can be very like self-centered or very much so in their ego, always worried about what you can do for them, what do you bring to the table? If you come from any place like that, this person will be so different. I also see them being kind of protective over you and wanting to learn you. This reminds me of this couple that I've seen on TikTok. I cannot for the life of me remember her name, and I hate that because she seems, you know, she seems cool too. But the husband, his name is Carlo. And anyways, they're so cute. They do funny little videos. I'm pretty sure he's Italian. It's giving me that kind of vibe. And the reason why it really stuck out to me is because he learned English to be able to speak to her. And he was pursuing her. She told the story one time on like TikTok or something. And, you know, he was pursuing her like all summer, the whole summer while she was there. And she finally said yes to a date after he had been really persistent about it. Broski even learned English just to be able to speak to her. And we have getting more information and keeping an eye out. So it does seem like this person is quite protective over you, keeping an eye out for you, looking out for you, getting more information, studying your culture. Yeah, I cannot shake that feeling. This, I would say, is probably the strongest I've ever gotten foreign culture energy, like ever, in a reading. Because it just keeps coming up from different decks all over. I just saw 1001, strong portal number. Ooh. We just had a stack that came out. Ooh. I'm like, what is this? We got crimes of passion. So listen, someone back home may be upset that you're living your best life. It could even be friends, coworkers, people that doubted you, people who, whatever, for whatever reason, it's like they maybe didn't like you, but still they had a weird hold on you. They wanted to keep you stuck. We have ask and you shall receive, and all eyes on you. I see you getting a lot of attention moving forward, and this is a great time to set some intention. Because with ask and you shall receive, whenever that comes up, that lets us know that it is a lucky time. So that's interesting because I started this reading talking about, oh, your chart, you know, your chart is always going to reign supreme. Look at your personal chart versus like, okay, oh, it's a retrograde, so I'm not going to have good luck. That is not necessarily true at all. And I feel that again with ask and you shall receive. So it is a lucky time for you. I would see what you have transiting, but it doesn't even matter. I would just set that intention and let it come. We have building interest. Something about this feels like, you know, you're just kind of kids again, or you're just kids, like you're just people and you're exploring and you're having fun and you're enjoying yourself and getting to know each other. It feels very innocent and playful and genuine. We have the pure card that came up as well, letting us know that this is a pure connection. Now, however, we do have love by here, so don't play with it. Don't play with it. There will be very intense physical attraction between the two of you. And if you're someone who your love language is physical touch, it's really important to you that you have that with your partner. Don't you worry. You're not going to miss out on that with this person, okay? They're going to have what you need. The physical intimacy will be there. So let's see what else we get, Spirit. What is their love offer exactly? How is this growing into a serious commitment? Show us about the relationship. Show us about this person. What is their energy? We have the Eight of Cups talking about leaving a past relationship. Maybe that's why someone is sitting in this crimes of passion energy where they're upset. You may be seeing 808, 818, 888. We also got the Eight of Coins that just came out as well, which is all about building and working on a new relationship. Wherever you are, you're very much so celebrated, though. We have the Nine of Coins here. Look at our fair lady on this card. You know, she just looks so delicate and fabulous. And especially with that all eyes on you energy that already came out, like people are so valuing you where you are. It's so crazy, like how you're in one place and it's like Eight of Cups, people are flipping. Oh, they don't really care. They're not really motivated. Walking away, not getting along, and then you go to somewhere else and Eight of Coins, people are willing to put in the work. You know, Eight of Coins is like a craftsman at whatever you're dealing with. This is someone who's good at relationships, someone who is a good partner, someone who knows how to nurture and cares about nurturing, someone who invests, who puts in that work, who shows up every day for their person, very emotionally supportive. And we have the Moon here. So I feel like you're very unsure. This is how I see it going down. There's going to be an opportunity for travel, and this doesn't have to be far and wide. It doesn't have to be a foreign culture in the sense that you're going to a foreign country. It could be, you know, you trying a new, you know, cuisine, like I said, you know, in your city that you're already in. But there is going to be an opportunity that comes up to you, and it's going to scream adventure. It's going to scream trying something new. And it'll be a spur of the moment thing. It'll feel out of your comfort zone or unconventional or oof, you know, I don't know, like I'm kind of scared. I do see you kind of like having your reservations about it. But this is for you. Wow, another card of travel. I wish I didn't even take this. I'm going to actually put it back because it didn't even come out on the table. It slipped out while I was talking. And you're just going to know, High Priestess, that this is where Spirit has been calling you. I see you're already quite wanderlust. I mean, look at her with this Moon card here. Looking up to the sky, looking up to the moon. You may do a lot of fantasizing, a lot of daydreaming. You may read a lot of stories or watch a lot of TV that kind of makes you swoon and, you know, gives you the opportunity to kind of live vicariously through someone else. But we have the Six of Swords. So your opportunity to move, your opportunity to travel is coming up. And High Priestess, you're going to know. You are simply going to know that this is where Spirit is calling you, that this is a good opportunity for you. You deserve it. Spirit wants you to have fun. Spirit wants you to live your life. And you're finally getting your coming of age moment where you get to live like your life is literally a movie playing out in front of you, where you get to get treated, where you get to fall in love. Spirit, tell us more about this person. Why are things so under wraps? I'm like, why won't you tell us about the person? You could have like a tendency to chase. Usually I see that a lot. Spirit will be like hush hush about the details of a person when someone that I'm reading for has a tendency to chase or try to like just rush through things or make it happen. Typically in times like that, Spirit will kind of withhold info so that you don't see them and, you know, act weird or get out of so you can be in your body and out of your head and present in the experience. We got the Knight of Cups in reverse and the Nine of Cups reverse. Spirit is like, you don't need to know. You don't need to know. Just know that they're going to be perfect for you. Quite mature. They have the ability to have a relationship. They're very passionate about you. You know, honestly, I feel like maybe even this crimes of passion may apply to them a little bit in the sense that they can be quite territorial. Not in a crazy kind of way, but in a way where it's like, okay, what's mine is mine. I did get that they're quite protective over you. Spirit, what else can you tell us for group 2? Yeah, we have To Be Fair and Milk and Honey. The first thing that I heard with To Be Fair, when that came out, I heard To Be Fair, you needed that. So some of you are kind of struggling to move past maybe a specific experience or a string of experiences in love that have been kind of unsavory. And Spirit is saying you can't enjoy the goodness of a relationship, of a partner, without knowing the contrast, without knowing, and I mean, I've even experienced that in real time. You know, I've had opportunities with people who would have been so good for me, but I didn't have the life experience that allowed me to appreciate them. So now I'm like, ugh, if that opportunity came back around, trust and believe I would surrender to that relationship, to that person. But at the time when I was younger, I'm just like, oh no, I want to do my own thing. I want to be wild and free. Or no, I want somebody like this. I want somebody like that. And missed out on really good people. So I feel like Spirit's kind of saying like there has been a reason for everything that you've been through at this point. And that will also be revealed in depth moving forward. You will get answers to those questions like why certain things happen and whatnot. And I am feeling like someone in your energy. We had Crimes of Passion before. We have Never Ending Story. We did have the Eight of Cups, which is about walking away from a specific connection. So this is a really good time to do a cord cutting, to do a reversal, to do a clearing, to get someone out of your energy, especially if it's someone you're walking away from because they're very much so attached to you. And as you're not hitting them up, that could be all that's needed to tell them that you're dealing with someone else, or as they're not feeling your energy anymore, if you're spiritually connected, or seeing that you're posting, especially if you're going somewhere out, if you're going on trips and traveling and whatnot, when they see that, I see them kind of getting really agitated by that. So any, cycles that are open, I would do a little clearing ritual. I do have custom spell work and manifestation candles on my Etsy shop as well. And we have By the Book here. So Spirit is just saying, trust yourself, take your time. It is your time to receive and to have your moment. That is what I got for you, Group 2. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading or any of my other magical offerings, that is where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose Group 3 with the White Stone and the Pythia Tarot, this is your reading. I love this deck. I'm so excited to use it today. It's based on Greek gods, goddesses. I'm just so excited. We got Poseidon with the Tower as I cut the deck, and Asclepius. I haven't heard of that one. The Knight of Cups. It says the god of medicine. It also tells you there. Poseidon, god of water, sea, and earthquakes. Ugh, I'm just obsessed. Anyone else Super obsessed with the Greek pantheon, Greek mythology when they grew up. I definitely was. Anyways, Tower card, Knight of Cups, that is pretty good energy, you know. I mean, the Tower can be a little earth shaking, so we'll see what we get for you, group 3. Maybe someone coming in hot. All right, Spirit, for group 3, please show us their next serious commitment. With who will this be? How will it go? Tell us about the relationship. We want to know it all. For group 3 with the White Stone. So what I can see clearly is the universe is coming together to make this happen for you. Yep, we got the 12th house with surrender. 12th house can also be a bit spooky. It does kind of rule like spiritual activity as well, the unseen. And then we have the moon, another placement that's kind of eerie, and it's like more feelings based, more intuition based, but intuition doesn't speak to you like words on a paper. It speaks to you through feelings and emotions, through vibes, okay? And an inner knowing. So everything about this person and everything about this connection seems quite mysterious. 12th house with surrender and the moon here. 12th house says the subconscious mind, compassion, dreams, karma, trance states, the unseen, healing, spiritual development, prayer, and the Akashic records. So this could be someone that you've seen in the dream space. This could be someone that you have past lives with, someone in your Akashic records. I think that would be really fun if you feel a super strong spiritual, connection to someone, to do an Akashic record reading with, a trained specialist, or even someone who can kind of do like a trance state Akashic records session where they take you, into the Akashic records in real time and they guide you there. I feel like that'd be so cool and fun. And with this person coming into your life, this is someone from your Akashic records. This is someone you have certainly known in a past lifetime or in an alternate state. You may also find yourself kind of being in a fog from time to time. You may have experienced trance states or dissociation. And I feel this person either pulling you out of that or somehow related to a trance state that you have experienced before. So again, I feel like you may have seen them during, one of these times that you've been in that trance. So we'll see. I'm very excited. The moon, it says instinct, gut reaction, comfort, digestion, home, family, conditioning, habits, femininity, your lineage. Some of you could be going back to sacred lands that your ancestors were on. That will definitely activate some spiritual activity for sure. I've seen it happen in real time. Going back to sacred lands or lands that your ancestors have lived on and experienced life in will definitely unlock a whole other level of your Akashic records where you can easily access them yourself even without guidance. It says privacy, emotions, sustenance, moods, and the mother. And then we have Saturn here with wisdom. So this person, they come across as more serious, and everything with them feels so emotional. This person makes you quite emotional. They really pull you out of your head and into your body. You can really feel this person. It feels like words aren't needed. There's so much like tension between the two of you guys. Tension in the sense that when you're in the same place, it's like you can feel a pressure. It's like a pressure in your heart space. Like you just feel this, not anxiousness, but this like excitement, this arousal, this energy of being kind of like really wired and fired up around them. You're just kind of like very present in the moment with them. Saturn, it says discipline, structure, time, responsibility, tests, difficulty, restraint, grounding, practicality, self-control, tradition. A lot of these cards keep having words on them that have to do with like tradition, where you come from, your lineage and whatnot. So if you have been called to go back to the place that your ancestors were, or the place you were born, if you don't live in the city or the state, the country, the region you were born in, yeah, there's likely someone there for you versus something, someone there for you. It says realism, maturity, bones, and gravity. So yeah, with bones here, even visiting like a gravesite of past loved ones can be very, very activating for you. Also I'm hearing that your ancestors want to help you and they want a stronger connection to you. So yeah, visiting like, the tombstone of past loved ones, I feel like they could solidify their connection with you and have a lot more, like a much stronger connection to you, so that they can guide you in this life, especially if you've always kind of felt like you've been more alone, or not alone in a sad sense, but just kind of on your own. If you haven't really resonated with the spiritual journey, you've had a few spiritual things, happen or resonate. So it's like, I know it's real, or I really feel called to it. I want to believe it, but have I had these like super close, intimate, personal experiences myself? Honestly, not so much. If you feel that way, I really feel your ancestors calling you so they can activate that for you. And so you can activate your spiritual gifts. And then we have the trine here with flow. It says harmonizes, aids, enriches, benefits, energizes, lubricates, rhymes, supports, and indulges. So the main energy I get for you guys so far is that your guides are telling you, okay, if you're wanting to have this magical experience, I need you to tap more into that spiritual power. You're meeting this person in a very unconventional spiritual kind of way. The energy that I get from them is they're very emotional, and it's not in the sense that they're always crying or they're always happy or they're always like super hyped. Their emotions are super heightened. I just feel like you activate each other in that way. You make each other very emotional. It's like you pull each other out of your body, seriously, like an Akashic connection. They can be quite serious and structured with Saturn there. And with the trine, I feel like you guys work together very well. I feel like you each have what the other needs. Nice. We got going steady, okay? So this will be a serious long-term connection. And you may be a little spooked out, but I do feel like Spirit is calling you into like a spiritual, you may be naturally finding yourself in trance states or even experiencing things that feel a bit scary, like, oof, you can feel your spiritual gifts kind of popping off. I would say just communicate, and you can do this by speaking out loud. You can do this by lighting a white candle. If you're ready to go all the way there, light a white candle. I have manifestation candles on my Etsy shop. I can do it for you, but light a candle and call your spirit guides into your life and give them permission to move in your life. Not move things around, not rearrange your furniture and create a poltergeist, but to move in your life and to guide you, to lead you. Just burn a little white candle to solidify that connection. Because I get such a pull from your spirit guides and your ancestors, like they're having a hard time reaching you. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, and we have the stepping stone card that did come out. So I feel like you being called to explore your Akashic records, or if you've been finding yourself naturally drifting into trance states and then you get scared and you kind of snap yourself out of it, I feel like this is a stepping stone rather where this person is going to be. I don't see you're going to meet them at the graveyard or anything like that, or in a trance state. For some of you, you've already experienced them in your Akashic records or in the dream space naturally. I just saw 1001. I saw that for group 2 as well. But yeah, that's more of a stepping stone versus the final destination. So they're like, don't be scared, just communicate. That's what I do. Like for me, if you experience something that you do want or don't want, you can speak that over the candle, like, okay, spirit guides, I'm comfortable with dream space, so send me, you know, send me the guidance through the dreams, versus like apparitions. For me personally, I'm not into that. I don't need anything appearing before me to believe. Absolutely not. I will cuss my guides out. I don't care. So all you have to do is speak out loud, like, listen, guides, this is what I'm cool with. This is what I'm not cool with. And, you know, if they start popping off and doing crazy stuff and moving around things in your house, you need to tell them to chill. Simple as that. We do have shared desires and relationship proposals, so it is time for you to move into a relationship. This is what the universe has planned for you next. And you guys have shared desires, letting us know that you guys get along domestically. It's like, okay, if you want to have kids, this person also has kids. If you want to live your life in an RV, do RV life and travel, this person also wants that. It's that kind of energy where it's like you guys both want the same things. You're looking for the same things. And we have blossoming romance and building interest. So there's an energy of this connection slowly but surely on the horizon. And it may even pop up in a very unconventional way, or even like a slightly inconvenient way if you avoid the process, if you fight the process. You're getting a lot of attention right now. We got the turning heads card, so it's not at all a problem when it comes to attraction for you. That's not it. It's more like, do you feel like it's real? Or do you really resonate with the people that you're meeting? I feel like that has been the main thing. That's been the missing piece. Like, yeah, I have options, but I haven't really been interested in any of my options. Or they don't hit like, okay, the Greek mythology, I want my Poseidon. All right, Spirit, can you tell us more about this person? What are they like? Can you tell us how this is coming together as well for group 3? Poseidon wants you too, okay? He said, I'm gonna need to come out the deck for group 3. I need to get into this tower moments. I need them to know daddy is coming. Oh, pause. I need them to know I am on the way. Oh, we got the Queen of Cups with Hera here. Ooh, the Death card. Wow, what is going on with you guys? Hades on the Death card. Yeah, yeah. Especially with the Tower card coming out twice, and then now we have the Death card here. For you, group 3, honestly, there may be a tower moment. There may be like something that happens that shakes up your world, that creates this happening and coming together, because the 12th house, like, it's kind of spooky. It's like a lot of spiritual activity. It's like it's eerie. It feels uncomfortable. It's the house that brings a lot of like just activity that kind of makes you like, pulls you out of your comfort zone, unless you're like someone who's like totally into the unless you're a spookazoid. So I feel like Spirit has already been calling you to some major changes, and if you've been resisting that, it seems like you've been really doing pretty good with the self-care, with the Queen of Cups here, doing good with the self-care and the mindset stuff. But when it comes to taking that action, it's like, okay, maybe that's where there is a disconnect. So listen, okay, resist, resist, resist. And then Spirit's like, okay, I got to move some things around. So you don't typically want like the tower to come crashing down. You could end up initiated into this relationship with this person through another area of your life ending. We're getting so many major arcana cards for you as well. I did not look at, let me see if this, yeah, I don't know what happened to the book for this deck, but this deck does have 82 cards versus like the regular, I think it's 78 or 79. It's a shame I don't know, of the tarot deck. So I don't know exactly what this is. This actually, no, just kidding. Sorry, it's the first time I'm using this deck. This is the Three of Swords. Yeah, it's the Three of Swords. Only the Major Arcana has the names on the bottom. Sorry, I got confused. I'm sorry. So we have the Three of Swords reversed, the Devil reversed, and the Knight of Wands reversed. So this is giving strong leap of faith energy. Spirit's like, Three of Swords reversed, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to put you in position to end up, you know, somewhere where you shouldn't be, or, you know, in some connection. It will be worth it. Devil card in reverse with Aries here. Spirit is saying this isn't a temptation for no reason. I'm not getting you out of your comfort zone just so I could play you. This is divinely guided for sure. But with the Knight of Wands, I see you kind of like, you know, sitting, waiting for things to happen. And Spirit is actually calling you to action. And it's gonna get even more intense moving forward. We got the Hangman reversed, the Nine of Wands, and the Six of Cups reversed. Why are you resisting? Spirit is saying, like, with this Six of Cups reversed, you're going back to a position that you were in the past. It's like when something big manifested for you, reflect on that time and remember how that happened. Something about the way that it happened was out of your control. It came to you, it happened to you, and you went with the flow. And that was easier to do, especially if you were younger, because it's like, okay, you don't have as many responsibilities, so you don't have to be so responsible when you think about the opportunities that come to you. You're able to kind of just go for it. This could even be a second chance. Like perhaps if you had been called to travel somewhere, this could be a second chance to go ahead and do that. And with the Nine of Wands, it's time to show some teeth, some resilience. You're ready, and it's time. Dum, dum, dum. It is time. Spirit's like, you don't need to know about the person yet. Just know they're giving strong, you know, daddy energy with that Tower card. Yeah, there's nothing left for you where you are. We have the Two of Swords in reverse. It's like you're waiting for an additional confirmation, Two of Swords reverse, but Five of Cups, it's kind of desolate in your current space. Spirit is really calling you to travel. We got the Chariot card, full steam ahead, Aries, the God of War, and Spirit of Battle here. So it's time to move forward with confidence. Spirit is definitely calling you out of your comfort zone. If you don't see it already, if you don't see it now, you will see it in the very near future. Spirit, what else do we need to know for group 3? I see a lot of fun coming up for you, some travel. We have joy and delight. It says open your heart to joy. So you may be kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop, as they say. I don't even know what that means. I only know what it means contextually because I don't even know where that's from. But you may be kind of waiting for the aha, just kidding. And I don't see that coming here. It really is your time to experience joy and to have fun and to be in love. We have finding sanctuary. It says opening to your spiritual source. So Spirit is calling you to the spiritual. So much spiritual energy in this reading. It's actually crazy. Valiant courage. It says take action with passion. Spirit, what do they need to take action towards? We have regeneration, and I was feeling that a minute ago with, like, for some of you, this is a second chance. You had already been called to travel or to make some big spiritual change, to go to the motherland, to go to the gravesite, to do the spiritual things Spirit had been calling you to do last summer or years ago, and then you released it. It never happened. It never fully manifested. Maybe it was too far, too cumbersome. Maybe something got in the way at a previous point. But Spirit's calling you back to that. And we have the To Be Fear card. So Spirit is saying this is balancing the scales and putting you back on the path that you were supposed to be on, especially if you can already feel like intuitively that you're behind or something was supposed to happen by now. If it feels like there's anything wrong with your timeline, I could definitely second that. There is looking like, you know, it's looking like this is a second opportunity to do what you were already called to do before. that is what I have for you, group 3. My Etsy shop is in the description if you'd like your own tarot reading or any of my other magical offerings. That is where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 4 with the Yellowstone and the Rider-Waite Tarot, this is your reading, tapping in to see who is your next serious commitment. Ooh, you ain't playing no games. Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You say make it snappy and make it good, okay? I feel that so hard. Your next serious commitment, how will it go? Details about that person, their love offer, the relationship. We shall see, Spirit. Show us for group 4. With the Yellowstone. Their next connection. This is so insane. This is the one of my Astro decks. So it has all the signs in there, and I have only got one sign in the entire reading today. So I feel like there's some, oh, I spoke too soon. We got 2. We got Aries that came out for you. So you can look out for Aries energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So let's talk about it. So group 4, your person, Aries, the fire starter. It says active, self-starting, daring, fierce, assertive, fiery, exhilarating, innocent, on a mission, bossy, sparkly, courageous, selfish, macho, impulsive, argumentative, and competitive. It includes the light attributes and the shadow attributes on the card. So tapping into this person, they're very much so a solitary kind of person in the sense that they have their own vibe, they have their own beliefs, their own energy, not at all a follower, giving strong leadership qualities. If you are looking to start a family, if you are looking for someone who you can really depend on, this is your person. Someone who has their own beliefs and values, and they're not easily influenced, whether that be by religion or society or family, whatever it is, doesn't really matter. This person does not surrender unless it is in direct alignment with what they agree with and what they want for their life. So this is someone with a very strong sense of self. We have the Quincunx coming out with complexity. So I feel like you guys may have a hard time understanding each other. In the beginning, the Quincunx, it says, irritates, puzzles, mystifies, complicates, contradicts, clashes, misses the mark, requires translation. You guys may struggle with communication in the beginning. Adjusts, makes curious, educates, and transforms. And we did have the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck in the beginning of your reading. So you may already, Queen of Swords is very self-starting. She takes action. She doesn't need to be inspired by someone outside of her. She's quite confident. She's a boss. You know, she typically has her own wealth, her own empire, etc. So with this person, you know, with them having quite the strong personality, especially if you have a strong personality as well, you guys may kind of struggle to understand each other or to accept your differences and learn how to work with it in the beginning. It's like this person irritates you, but they also mystify you, and it's contradicting because on one end, it's like sometimes we just have the worst communication. It's not even that you have bad communication. Actually, I feel like both of you speak up for yourselves just fine. It's just that you don't agree on the same things a lot of times, the majority of the time. So it's like, ugh, we have these times where we're like oil and water and there's all this tension, but also we have this time where we get to relieve that tension, if you know what I mean, okay? We have this time where we get along very well and we fit together like puzzle pieces. So it's like contradictory. We have the 11th house with the edge. It says friendship, group creativity, community, humanity, hope, tribe, festivals, discoveries, common goals, startups, rebellion, experimentation, and the future. So I do feel as you step into this connection, you two may meet your soul fam or create a soul fam together in the sense that you kind of meet your tribe. So you guys may, festivals is also really sticking out to me on there. That may be something that you guys do together a lot. You go to festivals, you like to listen to music, you like to vibe. It also says group creativity on there. You guys could be a part of some sort of creativity group, even if there's like mixed creativity. You have one person that does like paint type of art. You have one person that does spoken word as their art form. You have one person who is a writer. It's like I see you having a community of these people who are also creative. And I see you guys all coming together and kind of just creating at the same time in the same place. So I see you coming into your soul family with this person, and you guys are an unconventional couple, but I'm also seeing like a very attractive couple. A lot of people find you to be attractive, and I ain't even gonna hold you. Some people are trying to be a third, okay? So listen, that's just something that I heard and I feel. So just know that. Someone's like, can I be your unicorn? We have the sextile with opportunity. You guys could just be a very attractive couple. That could be what it is. The sextile with opportunity, another card talking about a lot of opportunities and a new start coming through as a result of you guys getting together. So I feel like you may activate each other's life force. You may activate each other's like life path in some way. There's a strong energy of that as well. The sextile with opportunity, it says collaborates, assists, explains, provide opportunities, creates possibilities for, opens doors. You may see a lot of portal numbers, 1111, 1001 as angel numbers when you meet this person, maybe even some 999, 555. It says promises. So you may have received like a reading or a promise from Spirit at an earlier point in your journey that told you that you were going to be stepping into this connection, that told you that something exciting was going to happen and it was going to lead you to your soul fam. And that promise is being fulfilled through this relationship. It says welcomes and develops here as well. So I see you growing, transforming, entering the next leg of your personal journey through this relationship. And then we have the ascendant with outlook. So this connection will likely change like who you are, change your outlook on life. I definitely feel like a strong energy of a lifestyle change through this connection. The ascendant, it says your worldview, your mission statement. So you may go vegan. You may change to a minimalist lifestyle. You may live like van life. Like it feels like something big and something different happening. It says expression, affect, role, mark, attitude, outer self, your body image, aura, likeness, approach, impact, and first impressions. So first impressions could be quite significant with this person. They could frustrate you the first time you meet them, the first time you talk to them. Or they can make a lasting and fresh impression on you in a physical kind of way where it's like, wow, this person is really attractive. You can look out for earth energy as well. Oh no. We got crimes of passion here. So listen, they are very territorial over you, straight up. This person, they may commit some crimes of passion, okay? They could be a bit jealous, okay? This person does not like to share. And I just heard they do not like that mouth. So if you have a bit of an attitude, this person may be frustrated by that, okay? You guys could be really explosive together, not gonna lie. Earth energy would be like Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Those are some signs you can look out for. Nice. We got the committed card. So in terms of the nature of the connection, everything is lighting up. It is looking like this will absolutely be a committed relationship. Oh no. We have all sorts of creatures that came out for you, and usually this talks about you having multiple people in your energy who are attracted to you, multiple people who are interested, but there's multiple cards in this deck that talk about having multiple connections, and one of them is all sorts of creatures. So it talks about specifically some very unique characters, some unconventional people. I feel like this also resonates with your tribe. I see like all sorts of different types of people and creatures and people who are really quirky and unconventional with their own beliefs. I just see like a bunch of leaders kind of getting together and doing some sort of communal living. Like it's so interesting how you guys are, making that work, because typically with leaders, they kind of have this lone wolf kind of, mentality where they, just do their own thing by themselves. But here with you guys, all sorts of creatures could be talking about your tribe, and it can be very empowering. Now, I also feel that there are multiple people in your energy. This person may even some way, somehow raise your attractiveness. I seen you, with the ascendant, changing your aura, your likeness, your physical image as well. So you could finally surrender to a certain style you've been always wanting to do. And you were afraid to do it before because it's like, well, how am I going to attract my husband? How am I going to attract my wife if I have like dreads, for an example? That's something that I've had for the last 2 summers, and I absolutely love them. But I was so scared to do them before because it's like, I don't want to misalign myself, with what I want for my future, or I don't want, people to get the wrong impression. But then it kind of got to the point where it's like, okay, let them have the wrong impression. This is what resonates and feels good to me. And ironically, I have gotten the more attention than I've ever gotten in my life with dreads, because it's very masculine. And it's like, that can honestly be a whole other conversation, because honestly, with like feminines, like the feminine polarity in masculines, like I'm noticing that the guys that I find the most attractive have feminine qualities about them. And I realize that it's really just about details. Typically, the guys who have more feminine energy, they pay more attention to the details because that is a feminine quality. So they may have like, an earring, or they may wear rings, or they may have something extra going on, layers. They may have more of a, messy look because they're not trying to appeal to whatever. It's just like they kind of look more creative and artsy. And it's the same for masculines, okay? I'm telling you, I'm not saying, the masculines, they really want masculines. I'm just saying like they like that masculine edge in feminines. It's so insane. Like I said, that could be a whole other conversation for another day. But yeah, I see you guys activating each other in a very interesting way where it's like you make each other more attractive. And honestly, that happens a lot just in relationships in general, where all of a sudden you get in a relationship and it's like everybody wants you. But when you were completely single as a Pringle, nobody was paying you any attention. You ever had that happen where it's like soon as you start dating someone or talking about someone, then everybody is like, oh, you know what? Yeah, they are kind of fine. Or, actually, they were trying to talk to me. Like, no, they weren't. Like, bro, stop. Like, anyways. You know what? They are kind of funny. Like, get out of here. So anyways, I see you guys making each other attractive and making each other more attractive. Also, people really like your vibe together as a couple. As a couple, you guys attract a lot of attention. We have checking you out. This person, I feel like they're always watching you. They're always looking at you. This person is very much obsessed with you. They're giving obsessed for sure. But I'm also getting that as the people that you are attracting. Like everyone is checking you out once you step into this connection. It's like all eyes on you all of a sudden. So I feel like it's going to take some time. We have person of interest here. So I feel like, you don't know what you want, or you don't know, how to describe like the perfect partner. It's just something you have to experience, which is a whole other conversation, a tangent I can go on, how you can have a guy be with someone for 10 years, never get engaged, never married, and married in 5 months. Why do you think that happens? It happens because you could try to build someone up to the perfect idea of what you think you want, but you never know what you want because the conscious mind is like secondary to your nervous system. The conscious mind is secondary. A conscious mind reflects on and observe what has already happened. The chemical reaction that happens when two people who have amazing harmony come together is something that we can consciously perceive, but you can't describe that even if you wanted to. So anyways, people don't know what they have until they have it. So I see a little bit of that here with you guys as well. We have sharing wants and needs and stepping stone. So I see you guys are going to probably take the longest when it comes to communication. And even if you've been manifesting a specific person, or you feel like you already know exactly what it is that you want, I feel like this is truly the person of interest. This is truly the person for you. And with you showing up as the Queen of Swords, okay, she's a boss. She's someone who she kind of tells people what to do. She doesn't get too much of people telling her what to do. So maybe you'll like that, okay? What's that Brent Faiyaz line? He's like, you don't like when people tell you what to do, but I don't even know the lyric. Spirit, for group 4, tell us more about this person, about the connection. A lot of safety coming here from this relationship. We got the, oh, but you like it when I put you on a leash. I'm like, what is even the lyric? You don't like to get told what to do, but you like it when I put you on a leash. That's the lyric. Wow, Tower card. Very intense, surprising energy. Yeah, Spirit is saying, okay, 5 of Pentacles with the 8 of Wands reversed. 5 of Pentacles reversed with the 8 of Wands reversed. We have experienced hitting a wall quite a bit, group 4. That's where how Spirit is looking at things. Like, okay, you've tried it your way, you've had what you wanted, and it always felt like pulling teeth. It always felt like you always had to lead people, teach people, you had to do all the work. Now, Tower card with this 3 of Pentacles, I'm about to shake your world up. I'm about to introduce you to the person that really activates you, to the person that'll really do it for you. But it's going to be uncomfortable, and there is a clashing that will happen here. It's like you two have your own strong personalities, you have your own lives, your own just vibe and everything, and coming together, it can be explosive, but so worth it and exciting, truly liberating, and worth the wait. So listen, 3 of Pentacles is a card of working with the higher power. Spirit does have a hand in this coming together. Spirit is looking out for you. Spirit is helping this along. And we got the Tower card here, so it's about to go down. This person is going to make some noise when they enter your life. It's going to be very noticeable. There could even be like signs, signals, omens that you get. Three of Wands reversed in the Star. You're not even going to see this coming. You know, the Star represents like divine timing, things coming together just at the right time when it's blessed by the universe. The Star is also wish fulfillment. 2 of Wands reversed and the 7 of Pentacles. So you were ready for this like yesterday. There could have been a delay. This could have been something that was supposed to manifest at a previous point in your journey. Oh, that'll do it. We got the Temperance card at the bottom of the deck. It is reversed, and we have the 8 of Cups reversed. So if you are currently hanging on to a connection of a specific person of interest, if you have been really stubborn about manifesting someone specific, that did hold you up. That did hold up this journey. And typically the Tower only happens when spirit does have to be kind of more forceful, when we resist. So that could be the situation here. We got the 2 of Wands reversed and the 3 of Wands reversed. Spirit's like, you're not going to see it coming. And 2 of Wands reversed, I'm going to take the decision out of your hands so you don't even have to worry about that. You could be very stubborn. You could have like Earth and your Mercury or your Mars. We have the Star card here. And we have the 7 of Pentacles. So I feel like Spirit is really calling you to surrender to this new love, this new opportunity. It's going to be quite different, but Spirit doesn't want you to throw in the towel. Oops. Someone's guide just says, like you usually do. Someone's guide is not happy with you and your type. Someone is super committed to having like a type, and someone's guide is not too happy about that. It kind of feels like maybe there were some I mean, this kind of felt like it was a potential missed opportunity or something that was resisted for quite a while. Could have manifested sooner if you had opened yourself up to, instead of something specific, like what spirit could bring in, what was available, the magic of it all. I see you reuniting with your own feminine energy. We have mending and yin. Yin is the feminine polarity to the yin and yang dynamic. And yin is all about receiving. It's warm, it's intuitive, it's allowing. She allows herself to be taken care of. And I see you mending your relationship with your inner divine feminine. I don't feel like this person is going to take your power away in any way, but I do feel like this is someone you can trust, someone who's very active, someone who will go out of their way to make things happen. So it's not like you're dealing with, you know, someone that you can't trust to get things done. We have round and round here, so it looks like this opportunity was offered at a previous point in your journey and perhaps it was rejected. We have TikTok at the bottom of the deck. For maybe one of you, you could meet this person through TikTok, or this could be someone you meet through social media. But that card is all about timing. And Spirit is saying, all right, choo-choo, all aboard. This is our time. It is your, you know, the train is leaving. Another opportunity here. That's what I got for you, group 4. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon.